Namaskar. I'm going to present before you a brief history of Bundelkhand Keshri Maharaja Chhatrasal. Maharaja Chhatrasal was a Bundeli warrior who chose to turn against the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb and seek to establish his own kingdom in Bundelkhand. His father had raised the banner of freedom a generation earlier, but was killed in the battle with the Mughals after himself killing the favorite of the emperor Abul Fazl. He was born in Kachhar, Kachnai on the 4th of May in 1649 to Champat Rai and Lal Kuwar. Chhatrasal raised the banner of revolt against the Mughals in Bundelkhand at the age of 22 with an army of 5 horsemen and 25 swordsmen in 1671. During the first 10 years of his revolt, he conquered a large tract of land between Chitrakoot and Panna on the east and Gwalior on the west. His domains stretched from Kalpi in the north to Sagar, Garha Kota, and Dahmo in the south. Some of the Mughal generals who were defeated by him were Rohila Khan, Kalik, Munawar Khan, Saruddin, Sheikh Anwar, Shayyad Latif, Balol Khan, and Abdus Ahmad. Chhatrasal was a disciple of Pran Ji and accepted him as his guru and accepted Pranami Dharma. That was Swami Pran Ji who told the Maharaja Chhatrasal Bundela, a great medieval warrior, regarding diamond mines of Panna and thus strengthened his financial position. He also persuaded Chhatrasal to make Panna his capital and arrange his coronation there. Shivaji was already the most celebrated and heroic Hindu figure of his times. He had faced the Mughals on equal terms and whose exploits and achievements, courage and idealism had won for him respect throughout India. Chhatrasal offered to serve Shivaji and later war against Aurangzeb. But Shivaji suggested to him to open hostilities against Aurangzeb in Bundelkhand, where he would gain many adherents. Illustrious chief, conquer and subdue your foes, recover and rule your native land, Shivaji advised him. In the second phase of his struggle between 1681 and 1707, Chhatrasal suffered a few reverses. Due to Aurangzeb focusing his main military efforts on extending his domain into the Deccan, Chhatrasal did not have to face the full military might of the Mughal Empire. Maharaja Chhatrasal captured Mahoba in 1680. In years to come, Chhatrasal kept a non-stop war against the Mughals in Bundelkhand, earned great respect and renown for his independent spirit, sense of honor, and love for his land and freedom, and finally carved out an independent state with his capital at Panna. Eventually, in a last desperate attempt, the famous Pathan warrior Muhammad Khan Bangash was sent with his fighters in 1730 and engaged in a final struggle. The now aged Chhatrasal, with his sons and warriors, drew the Pathans into battle, and with the help of Maratha Peshwa Bajirao, they won a final victory over the Mughals in 1730, expelling them finally from their lands. Upon his death, on the 20th of December 1731, Chhatrasal gave Mahoba and the surrounding area to the Maratha Peshwa Bajirao, one in return for Bajirao's assistance against the Mughals. When his eventful 81 years long life came to an end, the Mughal rule from Bundelkhand had been wiped off. an inspiration to successive generations of Hindus, and an apt lesson that freedom is not something that can be taken for granted but must be maintained by endless and continuous vigilance. It shows us that the endless waves of cruelty and barbarity unleashed on the Hindus fail to destroy or subdue the innate love for freedom and dharma. Thank you. Namaskar.